According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, homicide is the #1 cause of death for young black men ages 15 to 34. How are we going to stop that staggering and shocking number? Well, Rob Gore has a plan. I'm Caitlin Bittner, and welcome to The Good of Giving. So, you may have heard some stuff in the news lately.
America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying.
Everybody is crying.
There are some good people. One of those is Rob Gore. As an emergency physician at Kings County Hospital Center, Dr. Rob Gore has faced many traumatic situations that he'd rather forget, but some moments stuck with him. Gore says, quote, "Probably the worst thing I've ever had to do is tell a 15-year-old's mother that her son was killed. If I can't keep somebody alive, I failed." Unquote. That's terrible. But again, Gore is doing something about it. Gore is a Brooklyn native who finds violent injuries particularly hard to stomach. When he became an ER doc, he wanted to save lives, not pronounce them dead. So he is taking initiative to save these lives before they even arrive in his ER. So he has started the Kings Against Violence Initiative. It's a nonprofit that advocates non-violent solutions to conflict. Conflict's not avoidable, but violent conflict is, says Gore. Victims of violence are much more likely to be impacted again negatively by violence. So Gore is again just trying to make sure these people don't have to deal with that. He's having a huge impact, and he's reaching many, many, many communities where he is becoming kind of like a saint. Like, he's
being proactive.
He's being very proactive. He is stopping people from dying.
That's a huge thing. As humans, we're so reactive, and everyone talks about how we need to take the steps to be proactive and stop things before they start, and he is a prime example of this.
Yes, and I love that quote, by the way, of his. Yes. Conflict is not avoidable, violent conflict is. That's very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
Modern day hero, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great, great charity. I would highly, highly recommend donating and giving your donations to KAVI, that is Kings Against Violence Initiative. I will link to it in the description, of course, as always, and I will link to the article as well. Another organization would be
Future Business Leaders of America.
And why would that be, Addie?
Future Business Leaders of America exposes kids to the world of business. Business leaders are statistically the most generous. So, by donating to FBLA, you will be extending your hand, which extends thousands of students' hands, to give into the world.
They also partner with March of Dimes.
Yes, they partner with March of Dimes. That is their main charity. So students are highly encouraged to work with that organization. That is the first organization that a lot of the FBLA students work with, and then they're exposed to many others through this organization.
And it's kind of a version of productivity if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are all wonderful, wonderful organizations, and I cannot stress that enough. But by helping out with Future Business Leaders of America, and by Future Business Leaders of America partnering with Giving Tuesday, we are creating more people to donate in the future.
Exactly.
So we can have a more charitable future.
One person donating is leading to thousands of people.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for tuning in today. This has been Caitlin Bittner, and thank you for listening.